This is the link, everybody, that I put on the screen just now. Let everybody know about the podcast.
Okay. So I mean you talking about
Podcast.
oh yeah, the podcast. So the Futures Black podcast, which we just started this year, January. In January, we are pretty much talking about Afrofuturism and tech, man. So once again, that kind of ties into our whole mission of, empowering black and browns to be the next generation of technology leaders. And then there's a ton of opportunities, STEM opportunities within. And for those who don't know, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And then STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. There's a ton of opportunities. We make up less than 5% as black and browns of the STEM fields, which is also the largest growth market, over the next 10 to 20 years. I know you've been hearing about AI and all of these other opportunities, but the various things that we consume on a daily basis, when we talk about, movies, we talk about animation, we talk about games, gaming and everything. Those are opportunities that our black and browns, we consume at a high clip, but we are not the creators and innovators within this industry. And that's kind of like a lot of the topics that we kind of get into to be able to educate people about the different opportunities that come within this. And then how do you even get started? Because, we don't grow up next to animators or game developers or anything like that. But want to be able, because of, my traveling around the country, doing the comics and everything, I run into all of these people. And then I just think about, when you think about a Disney Pixar film or anything like that, think about the credits, right? Just think about the credits. Those are thousands of job opportunities that's out there that us black and browns do not don't even know about, right? And some of them are technical, some of them require degrees, some of them just require a certain skill set, but we're not at the table and we don't know enough about the industry to be able to even be invited to the room. So that's where, the Futures Black podcast kind of come in, where we try to become a medium where people can understand and know about these different things that's going on, and then be able to use that. So when you're yelling at your kid about playing a game, which is something that I did with my kid, that I need you to kind of flip the conversation of, how about you create that game? How you go about that? Instead of being on the phone and doing social media, how do you go about creating an app? A lot of people don't know that to put an app on the App Store is about $199, right? So you could develop the app, and they actually provide the developer tools for free. And you can learn that from YouTube University. You got High School High on YouTube, High School Video Game University Video Game University on Academy, on YouTube and everything, where you can learn how to start, learning how to develop games and everything, and with Unity and Unreal Engine and all these other things. But the main purpose, of course, is, like I said, to just kind of change that paradigm. And when we talk about job opportunities and what's going to be the next, what's the next big thing, that's where we kind of tap into all of that.
You guys in the chat, like I said earlier, this brother got it honest. Literally, I remember going next door asking his grandmother, "Can I borrow your games?" Like she was a gamer, and everybody on the block, all the kids on the block couldn't believe, like, yo, she really be playing these games. She
had every system, we used to love, when I was living in Newark, and then we used to visit, on the weekends or whatever the case may be. I used to love going up there, because she had all of the hot game systems and everything,
And for those that don't know, we're talking about
Atari when it first came out. Yeah, she had all of that stuff when it first came out. She had the Tandy, the Radio Shack joint.
Yes. And all the good games for those that used to play the Asteroids, Donkey Kong, Look, and if you played her, because every once in a while she would be downstairs if you didn't want, she'd be like, "Let's play." And she would
see, I ain't get that. I ain't get that experience. So
she would thrash the kids. And we talking about 8, 9 kids on the block, yo. She would thrash them. But that was every once in a while, because she'd let you play or let you borrow the games. But if she was downstairs and playing, You ain't want to mess with her. You ain't want to mess with her, man. And it's amazing when you talk about that, and then you are able to get kids and get younger people to understand how you could use comic books to understand STEM and
Oh yeah, yeah,
gaming. So many people get caught up, be like, yeah, they was on that PlayStation for 12 hours.
yep.
Because believe it or not, I have a relative that learned how to fix cars from Gran Turismo.
Oh wow, wow, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, and that's what they're using nowadays. I mean, they're using the metaverse, they're using all these different platforms to be able to activate learning. I mean, and that's what we kind of did with the comic book series is just pretty much not be ever. I mean, I'm an educator, so I understand how to develop a lesson plan and all of this stuff. But I didn't want it to be where you thought you were actually learning something. I wanted it to be a good story, but you're actually learning about something else. Because when you think about like the science fiction and all of the other stuff, like from Star Trek and Star Wars and everything, those were all things that developed ideas and used so everything from Star Wars and Star Trek is pretty much tech that they made now, from the cell phone to the communicators, all of that stuff. And they've been working on that type of stuff, but it gave people vision and insight because that whole creativity and imagination kind of comes from that. Even the Back to the Future hoverboard and everything, they have that actually available for people. It's not as safe as people want it to be at the moment for mass consumer consumption, but it is actually out there. So all of these things are just been activated from some other places, and now they take that and make it real. And make it real.
Well, let the audience know how they can get in touch with you, and what you got going on, and what's next on the agenda, man, and how just a common person could come support the projects that you're working on.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a couple of projects that's going on. We actually have our first animated short film that's coming out, PB Soldier, Blacklisted. We are in post production of that. We are about a month or two away with that. I wanted it to be closer because I wanted to make sure we make some of the film festivals. And then we actually have Jason, the Afrofuturism experience that's going to be happening in October. And then April, we got Kim Fest. So Kim Fest in Miami, where we're going to have the Wakanda Ball, BiteCon. We're going to do the Futures Black Tesla Light Show. And then we're going to have the conference and everything. We're going to let people get excited about comics, animation, Web3, the metaverse, and everything else, in between. And like I said, that's a part of Miami Tech Month, which is going to be, we have a Black Tech Week in Miami Tech Month. So that's some of the things. And I'm the creative director at PBS Media Studios. You can reach me there. But on social media, I'm Director Gifted or Naseed Gifted, either one.
Appreciate that.